demonstrating the supremacy of your virtue and of your philosophy or your religion or your culture. That's how you get someone to your side, by showing them why your side is the best. But they have to respect you first. So first make them respect you. Show kindness to them and respect them in return. You get respect by giving it. Then once it's given and you've given it, have sex with her. Dick her down. Hey everybody. So me and Mimi here want to give you a very important message when it comes to women. And that is, stop fucking shaming women. And I promise you, this is not one of those white knight videos where I'm like, respect women and you gotta be nice to them, but really I'm just hoping they're gonna touch my pee-pee one time in my life and I'm just gonna be nice to girls. And no, this is not some blue pill or white knight video, right? But it's also not a red pill video either, right? All that shit is garbage. Like, most of the people on both sides are stupid. This is a video explaining that, look, you should be focused on one thing: your dating life and your relationship life. You should not be focused on changing culture and, getting women to be conservative again. Look, if you want to make women conservative and make women into a submissive housewife, one of the worst things you could be doing is getting involved in... Hi, Mimi. Is getting involved with the culture war, right? Like, I remember I saw some video recently that just told me, okay, we are definitely about to switch into the opposite extreme, right? So for so many decades or wherever, we've been like getting a lot more liberal values into society, and now the conservative swing is starting to happen and it's going to take over. And I remember seeing this this video of this guy who was seeing some chick like being sexual on a video. She was like, yeah, I love to drink cum or something. I don't know what the fuck it was. And his response was to take that video, send it to her mom or her dad, and be like, yeah, I'm like putting these girls in line. And then on his Instagram was like, yeah, masculine men, bringing masculinity back to the world. And I'm like, bro, I don't know, like, besides like subscribing to an OnlyFans or like, literally simping for a girl, I can't think of something more pussy bitch shit than that. Like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, in what world is this a masculine move? But I'm sure he's going to be like, yeah, well, I'm bringing conservative values. Like, I'm letting these hoes know it's not cool. Yeah, but then you're going to turn around and you want to get laid and you want to fuck some chick. Like, these dudes are the biggest hypocrites. Like, yeah, women need to be submissive and they need to be conservative and they shouldn't be fucking all these guys. But then they want to get laid, right? Or, they want to get married. Let's say they do adhere to their own fucking values and they're not hypocrites, right? And they're like, yeah, no sex before marriage, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, okay, yeah, maybe your girl, abides by your morals, but then you're just going to sit in missionary all day and be like, this is for procreation. There's no pleasure involved, right? No, you want your wife to be like gurgling on your cum and choking on your dick. And if you don't, you're such a fucking liar and you're, ashamed of your own sexuality. All these dudes are just like they're just the opposite of feminists. They're just as bad as all the feminists, right? And of course they'll be like, oh, religion's on my side. Oh my God. They're just hypocrites. But see, I'm already getting pulled into it, right? This isn't about culture. This isn't about, you're not going to, look, the shift is going to happen, right? Society's going to go in pendulums. It's going to go liberal, conservative, and, somewhere on the spectrum. It's going to always do this. It might do it very quickly. It might do it over a long period of time. There might be decades of dominance on either side. But it's been going that way through history, and it's going to continue to happen. It's not your problem. It's not something for you to get wrapped up in, right? And if that's what you want to spend your time doing, if you want to spend your time trying to change culture, right? I'm going to fight for the conservative sides. I'm going to fight for the liberal side. I'm going to fight for the centrist side. Whatever. Even if you're seesawing in the middle, you're still part of the problem. That's not what this channel is about, and that's not what I would advise people who want to have a better dating life and relationships should be focused on. You could have whatever values you want. I'm not telling you can't have your conservative values, right? So don't get on here and start leaving stupid fucking comments. If you're liberal, if you're conservative, if you're centrist, if you're Christian, if you're Buddhist, if you're a Muslim, I don't give a fuck. But you are wasting your fucking time, right? The best thing you could be doing, even if you are an ultra-conservative Muslim, then go live in an ultra-conservative Muslim country. Or find a woman who adheres to your values and just be with her. Or if you're super liberal, right, then go find a woman who aligns with your values and just go and live that life. Why are you spending your time on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitter, whatever, fighting with everyone? Tell me, is there ever a time in your history where you've converted someone? And if so, it was probably 1 out of a fucking million, right? Or you didn't even convert them, they just maybe admitted that they're wrong about one particular issue. But do you really think you're going to be out here converting all these people to your political or religious affiliation? If you do feel it's your duty to like change culture and society, it's still not the wrong thing, or not the right thing to be going out and fighting a culture war. If you want people to be driven to your side, the best way to do it is be the example of your side, right? So all these channels, and I'm not going to name them, who are like getting women on their podcasts and they're shaming them and they're like, yeah, dumb slut gets obliterated by facts and logic. It's like, I mean, yeah, you make her feel stupid because, you know, obviously she's not that smart, so you just brought an idiot on your show and proved that their ideas are hypocritical. That doesn't mean your side is right either. You could have someone demonstrate the stupidity of their position, but it doesn't mean that their position is necessarily wrong. It just means that their ability to defend that position was stupid. But it doesn't make you right. It's all about power. That's all it is. It's a gladiatorial arena on the level of culture and philosophy and religion and politics, where you're just like dominating them and feeling cool, but it doesn't mean you're right. The truth is the truth, and wrong is wrong. But just because you shame someone or make them look stupid on a video doesn't make you any more right or them any more wrong. It just embarrasses them and makes you look cool. But there's nothing grandiose or virtuous about it, right? You're just trying to get power. So I want guys to take a step back and stop trying to shame women or roast women or make them feel bad or make them look bad. Even if you think it's the right thing to do, it's the most ineffective means to do it. The most effective means to get people on your side is to go out and, okay, let me give you an example. Like, I remember I had this chick who was like a super feminist, right? But we started seeing each other and she actually started to let go of her really radical, like, she admitted to me, I'm angry with men. She's like, at the end of the day, I was just angry with men. But the only reason she started to see my perspective is because she respected me. And do you know how I got her to respect me? By fucking her. You're not going to get these women's respect by, you know, making them feel like shit. You're going to get their respect by, they may have ideas that are stupid, but you should still respect the fact that they have them. You don't have to respect the ideas. You need to respect the fact that they have them. And then you can talk to them on a date or whatever and get to know them and seduce them. And then once you fuck her, she actually respects you. I mean, it's the highest sign of respect is a woman fucking you. Because she's saying I respect you enough to allow you to disrespect my body a little bit, right? So, or I respect you with my, you know, I respect you enough to share my body with you. There's two ways you could see it. The first one is just more of a funny way. But once she surrenders that side to you, she's much more likely to listen to you, right? This is why, like, you can see women who are really beautiful and they go on Instagram and no matter how many compliments they get, they want more. Well, it's because all the guys giving compliments are, she doesn't take them seriously. There's only one guy she wants a compliment from, right? It's the guy who she wants to fuck or the guy she is fucking. But if the guy who she's fucking or wants to fuck gives her a compliment, it means as much as a billion men telling her she's beautiful, right? So if you actually want to change women and you want to change culture, then start fucking girls and then converting them to your side by demonstrating to them that your side is the virtuous one. Not that it's the more powerful one, right? Might is not right. That it's the most virtuous one. But they have to respect you first. So first make them respect you. Show kindness to them and respect them in return. You get respect by giving it. Then once it's given and you've given it, have sex with her. Dick her down. Now she's going to be real open to your ideas because she already opened her pussy to you. So now she's going to actually open her mind and your heart to you. And then start teaching her whatever you think is the right side. But first of all, you actually need to figure out if you're on the right side or not.
Maybe I am a monster.
Now, and I don't want to get into it. I know what the right side is. I'm very, very aware what it is. But I'm not going to spend the video declaring it because I'm not interested in a culture war. I don't give a fuck about it. I give a fuck about teaching you how to get what you want. Do you want to fuck a new girl every week? It's fine. As long as you do it in an honest and virtuous way, there's nothing wrong with it. Do you want a wife and children? Okay. That's fine too. Do it in a virtuous way, in an honest way. I'll teach you how to do it. That's all I'm interested in. I don't give a shit about this fucking culture. I mean, I love women and I want the best for women, but I'm not out here parading, you know, oh, let's go on slut walks and we shouldn't shame women. That's not what I'm meaning either. Like, I'm not going to tell you my politics. I'm not going to tell you my perspectives on these things, right? You could probably piece them together by all my videos, right? It's not that fucking hard. I'm a pretty open and transparent person, but I'm never really going to come out and explicitly declare I feel this way or that way. I'm just going to tell you, I have a lot of experience and I know a lot of things. This is what works, this is what doesn't work, or this is what kind of works in some cases it doesn't. You should look for these values and you know, stay away from these values or these types of women, right? But I can tell you for sure, at least with respect to just this one issue, going around shaming women and roasting them is not going to help with your dating life. All it's going to do is make you feel better and women feel bad, and it's just going to create an antagonistic, hostile perspective in your mind towards women. All these guys are sitting here on these YouTubes, like, maybe they get laid, but they only get laid because they have status. That's it. It's a way that gets pussy, but they're not seductive. None of these guys who I see actually have game. Any pussy they're getting is just because they have money or status. And it's not viable long term, because there's always another guy who has exactly what you have and more. And because you didn't have game and actually know how to, you know, drill her pussy into the ground or make her feel, you know, actually loved and cared for, she's not going to give you anything back. The reason why they have the belief that she's not yours, it's your turn, is because the game they're giving is only worth a turn. They don't have game that's worth her actually giving herself to. So long story short, I'm playing with my cat, by the way, if you see my hand, like, messing with her. See, I'm messing with my pussy. My third favorite pussy. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. So you need to think higher. Think better. And I promise you, 99% of the guys out here, maybe 1% of the men are like genuinely believe what they believe and they think they're doing the right thing. But 99% of guys who are involved in all this roasting women and putting down women and shaming women, dude, you're just upset you can't get pussy. And that's what the other side says to you, and that's the one thing that they have correct. And I'm not saying they're right, but I'm saying in this one point they're actually correct. Like all these guys, you know, when they're like, who hurt you? They actually have a point. They actually have a point. They're actually somewhat telling the truth. Like you're upset with women on some level, and you could be getting laid a bunch, and you're still fucking bitter. Just because you're, you know, it helps to not be bitter with women to get laid, but it's possible to get a bunch of pussy but still be bitter with women. Definitely possible, right? You're just not a lover of women. You might be a playboy, you might get pussy, but you're not a true lover of women. Because if you truly love women and you want the best for them, then you're gonna figure out the best way to teach them. But I promise you, making YouTube videos and make them feel bad is not gonna teach them shit. Demonstrating the supremacy of your virtue and of your philosophy or your religion or your culture, that's how you get someone to your side, by showing them why your side is the best. Showing them, not telling them, right? So be better, be more effective. Even if you think the culture war is your thing, then do better at it, because you're not doing a good job. The only reason it's starting to get more popular is because men are starting to get more brave because they see other men doing it. But it doesn't mean that there's actually a shift happening so much as all these men already had these feelings. They just now feel confident enough to let these feelings go. But it's just the natural swing of society. We're going to swing to ultra-conservatism, and, you know, men are going to think it's going to fix their problems, and that, you know, pretty much men are doing it because they're tired of all the other men getting a bunch of pussy and monopolizing all the pussy. So they want to go back to a conservative society where you can sham all these women into submission, and in some societies choose to do it by force, and you're well aware of what these countries are. And so they shame women into these positions where they're only going to, you know, be super conservative, and then the men are going to rule. But then what's going to happen is eventually there's going to be a breaking point where the women were forced into submission rather than chose submission. And then other men are going to rebel because other men are going to want to have more freedom sexually. But even in these ultra-conservative societies, the top men have their fun and they fuck a bunch of women on the side, right? It's not really about culture, and it's not about the rich versus the poor. It's about the powerful versus the powerless. And it's not always the rich and the poor, right? It's sometimes about the, you know, you could be the Casanova of your society, right? You spend time in the high class, but you yourself are not high class, but you're fucking all the girls of the high class because you have something that they actually want, which is seduction, right? But anyways, I could get carried away in explaining to you how society works and how it's gonna, flip-flop from this side and this side. I'm just telling you, don't play that game. It's not worth it. You're gonna waste so much time and energy. Just go fuck pussy. Like, just go get pussy, dude. Like, I promise you, after you get some good pussy, get your dick sucked and you nut a few times, you're not gonna worry about this culture war. Guys the only reason I'm worried about it is because I'm involved in it, right? But I just kind of stay on the outskirts. I kind of watch what's happening, and I'll comment from, to the sides just to make sure that the guys who really want to go down the path of enjoying their dating life and finding what they want in their dating life, I can warn them, like, don't go that road, don't go that road. Oh, you can take that. That's interesting. Take that. And then apply it to your dating life, and you can actually benefit. But for the most part, just stay out of the game. So stop shaming women. This isn't a liberal perspective or a conservative perspective. I think most people on both aisles are stupid and silly. And even the centrists. I'm not a centrist either. I just honestly think the game is a waste of time. It's a waste of time and it's a waste of energy. And it's going to happen regardless. There's enough people on both sides of the aisle, and they're going to fight their war, and there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. And then there's going to be another winner and a loser in 10, 15, 20, 50, 100 years. And it's just going to keep going and keep going. As always has been, is, and always will be. Just get what you want. Be good. Be virtuous. Get what you want and have fun, and don't waste your time on this bullshit. Okay? Cool. Hector Castillo. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell. Check out my description for all my courses. If you are interested in coaching, message me on Instagram. I should have a website up soon. If you see that link in the description, then click that. If you want to leave me a tip, you can give me a tip on PayPal. If you appreciate what I'm doing here, if you want to sign up for Patreon, you can sign up for message coaching. You can also see exclusive videos of mine that are only available on Patreon. And yeah, so hope you enjoyed the video. Hector Castillo. I'll see you soon. Ciao.